Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. We're still going. What is up, thotties?
I'm in tears.
That was a hard bottle.
Oh my gosh. Kelsey and Melissa here is Stable But Not Podcast.
That was a hard bottle. They glued that thing on.
Tell me whose idea it was for us to have mimosas. I think it was mine, but I asked Melissa, I said, do you want me to pop it? No.
I was like, no, this one looks easy.
Oh, God.
The thing was glued on.
That was so funny. How are you?
Now my arm hurts.
Your side was about to burst earlier?
God, I've been doing housework with Joe all day. You know, he's in the garage cleaning it. I'm on the couch watching TV, catching up on my reality TV, my Bravo bitches. And he stops my viewing to have me help him with this dresser and lift it up the stairs, knowing that I have a sensitive tummy. Knowing that I tore my stomach lining.
I mean, technically
4 years ago
should not be an issue while doing manual labor.
No, it's that side that I tore my stomach lining on gets sore. It feels like it's bursting or something again, like my appendix. I don't know, my liver, my whatever's on that side. So, yeah, so I had to do that today, and that was a lot of work. And then I just had to fight with a Prosecco bottle. How are you?
I'm good. I don't have nearly any of those issues. I slept till 11 today, which
I know
is long for me nowadays. I usually don't sleep that late, but I got home late last night, so that was why.
Why'd you get home late last night? But before you do that, so we had this plan to record today. Today's Saturday, and Joe and I were planning on having a date night. Keyword, night.
Yeah.
So it still worked for our plans. I was like, I already have it on my calendar. Like, it's already set in stone.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's date day. And I said, no, you said date night. And he goes, yeah, but that just kind of implies the whole day. And I said, I told you I was recording with Kelsey today. And he goes, like, when is she getting here? And it was 8:30. And I was like, I'm pretty sure she's still asleep.
Yes, thank you.
But why did you get home late?
I may have had a date.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about it?
I'll talk about it a little bit. There's something about this one that I'm keeping a little, closer to the vest. I do think that should this go well, I'm gonna keep it in for quite a while and then do, an extreme hard launch.
Oh, you're not even gonna do, a soft, like an arm?
Nope.
Ooh.
I think I would do an extreme hard launch.
See, I don't know if I were single and committed to somebody again, I don't know if I'd do a hard or a soft launch. I'd probably do a soft to tease.
I think the only reason I would do a hard launch is because a lot of people in my life know who this person is.
Yeah.
And I think it would just be more funny for me. When I say, extreme hard launch, I mean, months. If not
happy 1 year anniversary.
Yes, if not a year, hard launch.
Well, and he's not big on social media either.
No, he's hardly around social
honestly,
media. So here's the thing too that is really funny when it comes to him. Things that would typically be red flags left and right for me are not red flags with him.
There's a reason for that, though.
Yeah, and him and I talked about it last night. How I was saying typically these kind of things would be red flags, but for him, I just know there's no malicious intent.
Yeah.
He's not doing it on purpose. Thursday, had not heard from him. Quite literally all day.
And that's your biggest pet peeve.
Right.
It's been your ick for 3 weeks straight.
And I did not hear from him yesterday until I got to his place for our date.
And that doesn't bother you in the slightest. I mean, obviously it bothers you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want that to continue. I don't want us to go days not talking to each other.
You're not I'm ending it.
Yeah. I'm not he must not like me. Why is he not texting me? Because I just know that's not his intention at all. Because I've known, spoiler alert, I've known him for a really long time. I just know him so well that I'm this, you're not being an asshole. The way that other guys who do this are being assholes.
So she went out on a date. She ordered duck titty.
duck breast. It was a nice place. We were going to go somewhere else, but they didn't have any reservations open. We both heard that it's really, really hard to walk in there without a reservation.
Especially on a Friday night.
Yeah. And so he made a reservation somewhere else. And
we love a backup plan.
Presented that option to me when I got there. He's like, we can still try to go walk in if you want. Like, that's fine. He's like, but I did make a reservation somewhere else that you want to try if you'd rather go there. So we did that, and we had a nice little time.
Good. I'm glad. I'm happy. Yes. I co-sign this dating, whatever it is. I'm here for it. I love it, and I like him, so.
Yeah, multiple people in my life are co-signing.
And of course, the girlies know.
Yes, I did text the girlies because I was like, so I have a date, and if it goes well, I will be inviting him to the beach.
And we're all so excited.
Yeah. And like, I mean, and I didn't really necessarily mean like if the date goes well, I'm inviting him that night. It was more like if things continue to go well.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, with him, I really would have to be something really big and bad for it to go poorly.
And I don't see it going poorly, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But in other news, let's talk about this let's talk about this hot topic, this damn submarine.
You know what?
People kept talking about it at work, and they kept saying the sub, and I'm like, what sub? Like, I'm thinking it's like a sub sandwich. I'm like, what's on it?
That was their last meal. Look, so, all right.
Okay,
we may catch some flack for how we feel about this.
But can we just say we can still make some type of jokes, but still also realize that it's a serious situation? 5 people?
5.
And lost their lives. Like, I understand that.
I feel horrible for their families.
Yes.
I've experienced very sudden and unexpected loss. Mm-hmm. So, like,
were they imploded?
No. But, I mean, like, when you're not expecting to lose somebody.
No, exactly.
And all of a sudden, they're gone. I know how the families feel, and I feel horrible for the families.
But,
however,
I've been saying it this whole time. It is not natural for us to go down that deep. Why?
When you sign a waiver that mentions death 3 times on the first page,
I saw a TikTok.
I feel a little less bad for you.
I saw a TikTok of the inside of that submarine. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. It's literally, it was just
They had to sit crisscross applesauce.
Yes.
5 grown men sitting crisscross applesauce in a sub.
And you saw that and you were like, yep.
And you had to be bolted in? Absolutely not. My claustrophobia from the outside. They could not get out on their own. And the submarine itself could not come back up without help from another vessel. They're like...
So how did it get down without help from another vessel?
It may have had help to a certain level. I don't know.
Let's also talk about the PlayStation 5 controller.
Not even PlayStation 5. I was going to say PlayStation 1. Like $30. I do think that they had too much money and they were bored.
That's what Joe said. Joe was like, that's fuck you money.
Yes. My boss was telling me about it. He watched something or read something that was like doing the math on it. Basically, the amount of money that all these people had equivalent was like 3 sandwiches. Like, if we were to go buy 3 sandwiches, the amount of money that would be to us is what that submarine was to them. And, like, I don't know.
I just don't understand.
Also,
why would you...
There was no, like, giant window. There's, like, one small window. There's no, like, giant window.
So you can't see anything.
No, they were going to watch it through the screen.
But also...
So what's the point in going all the way down?
The red flag of no one's done this since the Titanic has sunk didn't, like, shoot up to you?
You mean to tell me that you were like, even the Navy submarines don't go deeper than this? But let's go. Let's hop on. No.
And they were all men. So that track. Open the door.
I do have a bit of a hard time feeling empathetic for the people that passed. I feel for the family because I like I said, I know the tragedy of losing somebody and now you have to go in your day-to-day life without that. Like, I do.
You can't even have, like, a funeral. I mean, they can have their body won't be there.
You don't have anything to bury.
Yeah,
like, you don't even have cremated.
No, you have nothing.
Yeah, like that. I can't imagine how hard that is. But, like, for the people that decided to go down, I would have so many questions before I signed anything. Which, again, I would not sign a waiver that had death mentioned 3 times on the first page.
Me signing a waiver that has death mentioned once has me, like...
And, like, I can't remember who said that to me, but I was like, I mean, you sign waivers for, like, surgeries and stuff, you know? So it's like that they mentioned death in those. Not 3 times on the first page. And also surgeries they do every single day. I just have a hard time with it.
Let's go back to just talking about sub sandwiches. Cold cuts, that's my passion.
My dad did tell me that he bought salami. He was like, so if you want some, he's like, there's 3 different types in there. And I was like, say less, Bruce. I will help myself.
You got 3 different types.
I will help myself, thank you.
So, this is my last time talking about this because now it's officially over. But we got to conclude with Scandoval.
Okay. Do you have new tea?
Yes.
Okay.
So this came on the last episode of the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Something about, and I could be remembering it wrong, but what he said just triggered...
The t-shirt?
Yes. Triggered something in me that just rage. I think it was... Ariana was saying, his ex-girlfriend, who he cheated on, was saying, well, after he was done having sex with you, he would come home and have sex with me. Yeah. And then Sandoval had the nerve, sitting there with his little stupid mustache and his hair all disheveled, to say, yeah, and she kept her t-shirt on. That was really sexy. Talking about Ariana keeping her t-shirt on while they had sex.
And everybody.
Even Andy Cohen was like...
Even the other Tom.
Tom Schwartz.
Was sitting there shaking his head. And he was like, dude, why did you say that?
If a man ever... Like, I was telling Joe about it. Because now Vanderpump Rules is Joe and I's show because he got into it.
Love that.
But...
I still need your login so I can watch. We love getting our men involved in these kind of things because...
Joe loves reality TV.
The guy that I went on a date with, I made him watch Gossip Girl and he was so invested.
Oh, we gotta talk about the bestie bed. Yeah. So... I was telling Joe about it, and he said, what would you do if I said that to you? And I was like, kill you.
Yes, quite literally. You will never have sex with me ever again.
Never.
Never.
I don't care if I keep...
You should be thankful that you are getting something.
Like, I don't care if my pants are still around my ankles.
Period.
You got it. Did you not? Did you get off? And I loved the power move of the girls.
Where they all wore outfits with no pants.
And Sheena, they all wore big t-shirts or big sweatshirts with no pants to pretty much say, fuck you, Sandoval.
Yeah.
We're going to wear whatever we want to wear, and our men are still going to have sex with us.
My thing is, to be honest, there's something sometimes, and obviously I don't know what situation they were in, that is, sexy about, leaving some clothes on still, because you're just almost, so, in the moment and so impassioned that you just get to it.
But, not even about that though. Don't talk about I keep my socks on. You got a problem with that?
And it's just, and it's definitely the way that he said it.
Yeah, it was trying to be condescending, and he was trying to
being a jerk.
He's being a douche
and saying that he was saying it wasn't sexy that she left her t-shirt on.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, just Google TikTok.
And also Ariana
t-shirt comment.
Ariana's gorgeous. And so it's even if she's having an insecure day, she's bloated, whatever, it's not like he's putting a bag over her head type of thing. She's a gorgeous
You're not waking
woman.
up the next morning and regretting it.
No.
And also, they've been together for 9 or 10 years.
The passion burns out a little bit sometimes. And you know what? And I'm pretty sure Ariana said something to this effect. You know what you do? You rekindle that. You don't go sleep with someone else.
Well, and then Joe said, he was like, I love when you take your shirt off. I love looking at your body. And I said, I understand that. And that's fine. But if I keep it on, he was like, I don't care.
Yeah. I know men can also understand, but it's there are times where it's regardless of where I'm at in my weight, regardless of whatever, sometimes I'm really bloated and I don't feel good in my body.
Or sometimes I'm just keeping my shirt on.
I can't relate to that, to be honest. That's not my vibe.
Sometimes I just keep my shirt on.
And that's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That's so fine. That doesn't...
You're still getting the Poo Nanny 5,000.
Keeping a shirt on doesn't subtract from the action that you are getting.
Like I just said, you're still getting the Poo Nanny 5,000.
And I mean, if you want to feel some chesticles, just reach your hands up there.
Or lift it up.
Yeah.
Or pull it off me while we're doing it.
Yeah. And I mean, look, maybe he tried and she stopped him. Don't know.
And that's fine, too.
However, there's still booty cheeks to grab, thighs. I mean, there's still so much about the body that doesn't have to have your t-shirt off.
God, it icked me so bad, and he's already icked the world.
He's scum. He's quite literally scum. There are, a handful of people in this world that I'm just you are bottom of the barrel person.
You are a bottom feeder.
He who shall not be named. Yeah. Bottom of the barrel person.
Bottom feeder.
Hate him. And I mean, I don't even know Tom Sandoval, but it's I just know you're not a good person.
Well, no, I'm watching him he's always been an ick.
Yeah.
He's always been, ugh.
You can always tell when someone just to their core is not a good person. Mm-hmm. And he's one of them.
He has just no. And again, I'm only judging from watching TV, but he's very shallow. He's very self-centered, and quite frankly, you're not the cutest one on the show.
No.
you're not cute in general, to me at least.
Yeah.
He never has been.
I feel like I'd have to go back and look. I think there's potential with him to be decent looking, but his style sucks.
Yep.
The way that he styles himself, his hair is awful. He needs to shave that mustache. It's horrendous.
I think the cutest one on the show, still to this day, is Tom Schwartz. Because I think he's dorky cute. But then...
Is that the one with the glasses?
Yes. But
yes,
then,
he is very... James Kennedy is cute.
I don't.
I do.
But,
that accent does something to me.
I was telling Joe, I think he's the cutest on the show. It's like a dorky kind of cute, but then his personality and how he doesn't have a backbone makes him not cute.
You can even, like, without me watching the show, you can tell he doesn't have a backbone just by the way that I understand, like, you being there for your friends. However,
he picked his friends over his wife, Katie, so many times.
There is such a difference in being there for your friends and being complacent.
Oh my God. Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
You and your husband got married a little less than a year ago. She is no longer friends with certain people. So she didn't get invited to a party because, they're all group of friends.
Yeah.
He did.
And he went without her?
He went out to dinner with her first. And then he left and went to the party that she was not invited to. And Joe was cracking up, and Joe was saying, he was like, wrong move, bro, wrong move. And I was like, absolutely wrong move.
No.
As a married couple, I don't care if you can still be friends with that person.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. But you don't leave me at home to go to a party that she was purposely not invited. The person who was throwing the party went up to her and was like, yeah, I don't really want you there.
No.
And you still went? That shows no unity.
Not even just, like, leaving me at home, which, like, that is absolutely not. You don't go have...
She was with her best friend, but still, like...
Still, I don't care. You don't go have dinner with me and be like, okay, I'm going to go to this party that you were not invited to.
No.
You just don't go to the party, period.
No, exactly.
I don't care if I'm out of town.
You're not showing unity.
Yeah, no way. That's awful.
So, and, like, things like that Tom Schwartz will do. He'll pick his friends over his marriage in this instance, and I'm...
Absolutely not.
Mind-blowing. So that was the latest of Scandoval. Latest and last. He's just, ugh.
He is, ugh. And, like, my thing is, like, I also very much want his, like, 15 minutes of fame to be over.
Oh my God, yes. Because he's, like, eating it up.
I want him to stop profiting off of this.
He's eating it up.
And can we say, I always had a bit of a, like, soft spot for Raquel in the sense of...
Dumb.
I do think she's kind of dumb, but I also have quite literally been a woman that has been lied to and fed one single side of the story.
I don't think it helps her situation that she's 10 years younger than him, and he took advantage of that. He manipulated her. Clearly, she's not a smart girl. We've already said that. So she probably doesn't have much of a brain anyway. Right. But who knows what she grew up with? Who knows her issues, her traumas, where she was easily manipulated by Tom.
Right.
But at the same time, though... She's dirty because she was in that friend group.
I agree. But I've been on the side where I'm getting one side of the story. I think what is harder is, like you said, she's in the friend group. So you should be getting...
Wasn't he telling her that he was going to break up with Ariana?
Yes.
Okay, see, like that... There would be one...
You had the perfect word. He manipulated her.
It's shitty either way.
Yes.
But... She's younger, she was manipulated, and then you have him saying, I am going to break up with her, and he's not going to.
And that he was going to be with Raquel when he broke up with her, and she did believe that.
Did she break up with James?
I don't know if it was...
Or Tom?
I don't know.
See, I'll have to watch, like, as I'm watching the show.
But then you do have the flip side of, like, however... You have one of your best friends sitting here not telling you that there's issues between them like that. And so I also appreciate that, one, she's still in that, like, mental facility rehab thing.
Raquel is? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Ever since, like, I think it was, like, the day after recording the finale she went in.
I don't blame her for that because the hate that she's getting.
Yeah.
While a lot of the feelings might be justified. Yes. What people are saying isn't justifiable.
Yes. And you also have...
And any person would have an effect on...
I also saw... I know Ariana, and I think Lala said that they went too hard on her. Yes, and that they realize that now.
And that's maturity.
It is. And it's like no one is asking these girls to, like, forgive her and make up with them or anything, but they realize...
They were a little too harsh.
Yeah, and justifiably so. They had every right to be angry and hurt, but...
I think they also realized that her maturity level and just her age is... Yeah. They're older than her.
I think the more that they heard of Raquel's side of the story...
Ariana is. I don't think Lala is.
But I think, like, the more they heard of Raquel's side of the story, they really did see this was Tom. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, she still made poor choices. She's still an adult that should have made choices for herself, but...
Like, in no way are we excusing Raquel's behavior, but at the same time... Sorry, guys, we're making more mimosas. But at the same time, we realize that Tom is a grown... Like, he's like 40 years old. Isn't he?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm gonna look up his age. He's older than her, and he took advantage of a younger girl, and it happens all the time, and it's disgusting.
And I've talked about it a lot. Like, I tend to like older men. They typically... have a good maturity level.
Right.
But I've also come across really gross older men who...
He's 39 years old.
Yeah. Like, how old's Raquel?
I think she's 29.
So, like, that's like our age. That's a year older than us.
Hold on. Yeah, she's 28. She was born in 94, so she's turning 29 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our age. And she was... You're manipulated by an older man. Yeah. It happens. Now... Again, she's an adult. She knows the consequences of what she did. But
you said he's 39?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ick.
10 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was gay. In the way that he acts on the show, he's gay.
He could be.
He might vicarious... do your thing, playa, but...
I just...
Stop being an ick.
Yes, stop being
But
an
speaking
ick.
of this, because my question for you, because I was watching Vanderpump Rules,
mm-hmm.
What do you do if you knew your best friend was in a marriage or a relationship that wasn't good for her? And I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Say there's rumors going around that Joe cheated on me.
Mm-hmm.
Historically, Joe has been an ass,
mm-hmm.
not respectful towards me,
mm-hmm.
just not a good boyfriend, husband.
Yeah.
And then now we have these rumors.
Uh-huh.
So in the show, Sheena went up to, I think it was Ariana, she asked, and Ariana said no, and then Sheena dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, okay, if that's what you say, I will believe you.
What'd she ask Ariana?
If it was true,
okay.
Or if, like, the things that she was hearing was true, or, like, did she have any idea about it?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Sheena asked.
Yeah.
Ariana answered, and Sheena said, all right, that's your answer, I respect it. But you could tell Sheena didn't like it,
mm-hmm.
but she stopped bringing it up
mm-hmm.
to Ariana because she knew it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what would you do if you knew I was in a bad marriage or relationship?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do at that point? Because, like, we have this aspect from our high school selves. Now, adult selves.
Yeah. I think... I mean, I really,
that way.
I really think that you handle it kind of the same way that we did in high school. Like, we were both very aware that the other person... Like, you or me did not like our significant other.
Mm-mm.
Like, we're very aware of it. However, that's who you were choosing. And
you didn't talk trash on him.
Yeah.
I didn't talk trash on him.
Yeah.
I said things that I didn't like that he did or said, and you said the same.
Yeah. But it was like, if you're choosing to be with that person, then I have to respect that because your friendship means more to me than, like,
I did that recently with somebody that you were dating very
mm-hmm.
shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like him.
Yeah.
But what am I going to do?
I've said things about Joe. You know, that it's
exactly.
Like, and like everyone knows by now, especially listening to the podcast, I love Joe. Mm-hmm. Like, I consider Joe one of my best friends as well.
That doesn't mean Joe's going to do everything that makes you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, Joe's still human, mm-hmm. regardless of the fact that he's a man. Like, he's still human, and he's going to say something or do something that I'm going to sit there and be like, excuse me?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I also know, like, this is y'all's marriage,
mm-hmm.
and you choose this person, and I have to trust you in your judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And... Now, if there were, like, rumors of him, like, cheating on you,
mm-hmm.
I don't think that I would drop it easily. I think I would...
drop it with me, and then, like, okay, say the group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
This is what she did. She dropped it with Ariana,
mm-hmm.
and then she, did further investigating herself.
Right.
And then also convened with the group. Not, like, talking trash, not, like, talking shit. It was just kind of, okay, is this true or not? Like, how do you figure this out?
I think, first... It would take more than one and maybe they had more than one conversation off screen. I don't know.
Exactly.
But it would take more than one conversation with you
mm-hmm.
before I went to our group.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't have wanted you to feel like I was going behind your back and airing your business or, like, whatever.
See, I like that you say that, though, because I don't think that I would think of it like that.
I don't think you would either. But also, when you're in this protective mode...
Yeah,
it's like...
Everything's going to be like an offense.
Yeah, you know, like, and it probably... In hindsight, you wouldn't feel like I was ganging up or trying to get people to turn against you and him. But in that moment, when you've already told me, no, it's not true, and I'm still digging, I'm now going to other people about it, and you find out that I'm going to other people about it, it could be a little like, I already told you no, like, why are you still going to this?
Right.
And so I think that's why it would take more than one conversation, like, with me and you.
I see that.
To be like...
And I asked you this question because I did respect how Sheena handled the situation.
Yeah.
She, much like us, she respected her friend, but she still had her own opinions. I respected how she handled the situation and how she still, though, even after Ariana said it, she said, no, I'm looking out for my best friend.
Yeah.
And she even texted Ariana's mom.
Yeah.
And was like, he's selfish, he's wrapped up in himself, he thinks about himself first, like, I don't like it.
And I think that's, I really focused a lot on the cheating, but I think that's the bigger thing, too. If I see your man repeatedly disrespecting you and treating you wrong, I will not be quiet about that. No. Because, like, I know your worth, and I know you don't deserve that. And it's not like I would sit there and argue with him all the time. Sometimes it would happen, but more than likely it would be a me and you situation where I'm like, something has got to give. Like, this, you do not deserve this. You can't keep allowing this to happen. But I definitely do think that, like, and it's funny, the guy that I went on a date with, I gotta find, like, a nickname for him. I don't know yet. We'll cut that out. That's too obvious. We were talking last night. Well, we were talking about some older memories that we had and how one of my other's friends' ex-boyfriend did not like me and I did not like him, and that was fine. And he was just saying how I'm a very, like, ferocious friend for my friends. Like, when it comes to, like, their relationships and stuff.
If you guys start hearing banging or Nala popping off, it's because Joe is finally cleaning out the garage and he's making noises. And we're right above it. You said that you wouldn't say anything in the moment.
I said I would sometimes.
I would. And I say that because you were dating this one guy.
Yeah.
The same guy that I didn't like. And he did something. And it took everything in me because Joe was in the front seat with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't want anything to pop off. But I am that friend. I'm going to look at him and be like, what did you just say?
I think there's certain situations, certain things that are said, yes, warrant being addressed immediately.
Even if it's by somebody else.
Yeah. But, like, also, if this is my best friend, who, let's just say you guys have been together for over a year now, how miserable would our friendship be if he's treated you like this for a year, and every time he's treated you like this, I've popped off on him?
I mean,
we'd stop hanging out.
I get that.
Because you're not that you're choosing your man over me or anything, but that's stress that's not needed. Well, you know?
Fine, I'll shoot him a look, though.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. For the sake of the friendship.
You gotta, like, pick and choose.
Yeah, you do. And all the time you have to pick and choose what battles you have. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I may not always say something to him in that moment, but I'm going to be having these conversations with you pretty much on the reg. Like, when it's just me and you hanging out, I'll be like, you still with that dusty man?
Right.
Like,
right.
You know, so, I understand what you're saying with Sheena. Like, I think that's
the most respectful and mature way to handle it, and how you handle an issue like that in a real friendship, because, like you've already said, and we'll end on this, you're gonna choose who you love, and you're gonna pick who you want, but as your best friend, I'm gonna sit here and be like, okay, well, this is what's being said, or this is what he said to you.
Are you sure that's what you want to pick?
Yeah, and that's what a best friend does, and if you say yes and be like, all right, sis, go off.
And I think we've talked about this before, just in general, when you and I started hanging out again after we'd had our falling out. It was important that I liked Joe, because that's who you were married to. And then, but I also, and like Joe already knew like the history of me and you, but I think too, Joe saw pretty quickly, like, not trying to speak for him, it was also important to you for him to like me. We picked up so easily. We picked up where we left off, like nothing had ever happened.
Right.
And so I think it became pretty apparent to Joe that, okay, this is someone who is important and she chooses to be around. That thing's been flying around.
Get that Did you get it? I think you got it.
Sure did.
Ew. Oh, there was a bug.
Kill it. Alright, well, speaking of, like, relationships and stuff, do you remember your first kiss? Let's start with kiss. I remember mine like it was yesterday.
I do.
Do you?
Like peck or make out?
A peck.
I'm trying to make sure it's not.
I don't remember my
who
first
came to my head. Believe it was not elementary school. No, I remember.
Do you want to share?
I'll share, because, I mean, they're in Connecticut, and I don't think that...
They listen.
They listen. So, his name was Justin, and we were actually... We were at the movies.
How old are you?
6th grade.
Was there adults there because you were at the movies?
My grandma was there.
Okay.
But we were in the top row, and she was like...
she gave you some space?
She gave us some space. Shout out to Grandma. And we kissed... We were watching the Spider-Man movie that had the Venom one in it, the black one in it, the black Spider-Man.
Yes.
And he kissed me.
Oh, hi. Mine was like pre-K.
No, I had my first kiss, like, peck.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
That's what I'm talking about.
If I did, I don't remember. If it's before this one.
Mine was pre-K or kindergarten, but I want to say pre-K. And his name is Matthew.
I was always a late bloomer.
I won't give I could tell you his last name. I still remember it to this day.
I remember his last name.
He had a popsicle, a red popsicle. It was all around his mouth. And we kissed, and it tastes like his popsicle.
Do you remember your first crush? Like, I do.
So, yes-ish. It's kind of hard. I grew up with a lot of cute boys. I really did. I've always been a boy-crazy girl. Growing up, my family knew that. Like, I always had a new crush as, like, a little kid. And this hasn't changed. Like, yes-ish. There are 2 that I could for sure name.
I remember mine. His first name was Steven. And we were in kindergarten. And I'll never forget. So I went to his birthday party, and I showed up wearing, I'm pretty sure it was like this like matching athletic set.
Love that.
It's such my vibe.
Such your vibe.
With like white sneakers.
Yes.
And I came, and he saw me, and he was like, hold on one second. And he ran into his house, and he changed into an athletic set with white sneakers.
That's so precious.
And we were like, besties.
That's so precious.
And we were even like throughout, because in 6th grade I went to 6th grade with the same school with that group of kids, but then I changed schools.
Okay.
So even up to 6th grade in middle school, like we were still friendly with each other.
Yeah. My childhood crushes I grew up with as well. We all went to school together up until 8th grade. Oh, like up until 9th grade, because I moved in 9th grade. But one of them was Luke. And
my little nephew's name.
And I remember this so vividly. We had 1st grade together, and he used our teacher to break up with me to date my friend Danny.
Oh!
And I mean, like,
first grade
to be fair, him and Danny dated for a very, very long time.
Even after 1st grade?
They
that
dated,
would have been such a cute story.
They dated for a very long time, like middle school, high school, and they had each other's voicemails where she recorded his and he recorded hers. I remember that, so it's like a visceral memory.
It just made me like throw up.
But yeah, he used the teacher to break up with me. And the other was my friend Wilson. And in elementary school, we did not live near enough that we went to the same elementary school, but not like that close. When my parents divorced, my dad moved into an apartment, and the apartment was right across the street from Wilson's. But
so cute. I remember going into elementary school, I had a crush for years.
Yeah.
Like, we were...
Was it a crush, or, like, did you, like, kind of, like, date a little bit?
We dated a little bit, and his name was Brandon, and he was so hot. Like, he was the talk of the town. He was the talk of the elementary school.
That's so funny.
And later down the road, we went to a birthday party together, and he was, like, so cute then, too, and I was...
Like I said, like, I think I grew up with a lot of really cute boys in general.
I grew up with a lot of Italian men, let me tell you.
But like, Luke was one that was, like, always very popular, and girls always had crushes on him. And then another guy named Charlie, very popular. A lot of girls had crushes on him. My elementary school stopped in 3rd grade, and we had a 4th and 5th grade academy. And all of the elementary schools in our school system went to this 4th and 5th grade academy. So you met all these other people from other schools.
That's how our middle school was.
And then we did 6th, 7th, and 8th, and everyone went there too. But and I think they did it to try to combat being so like cliquey. They tried to get us to intermingle before puberty really hit.
See, and that's what I'm used to. Only one middle school and one high school. It's not counties. They go by the towns.
Okay.
So, you know, like there's Henry County.
Yeah.
They don't do that. town of North Haven, town of Branford, and they only had one high school, one middle school, and then the 4 elementary schools, and then you came together.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it was city of Decatur, and I want to say, like, there was, like, 4 or 5 main elementary schools then, but that's pretty big. And then to all meet in 6th and 7th grade, that's when you're hitting puberty and stuff. So, and I think it worked really well, but us intermingling prior to that, I made a lot of really, really good friends who I wouldn't have known before that. But that also introduced a whole new league of boys.
I'm telling you, when I got to middle school, I met this one boy. We dated in 6th grade. We're friends now on social medias. He has a name that is very distinct.
Okay. Is this who you sent in the text
yes.
today? Oh, he is cute. He's so cute.
He's very handsome.
He's still very
cute.
handsome.
Yeah. He's very nice. He's sweet. Like, with all these boys that we were introduced to.
Yeah. I mean, like, I still do, like, I'm, like, smiling really, like, hard thinking about it. There are so many boys that, like, I was so boy crazy when I was younger, but, like, they were so cute, and, like, I would love to, like, see them now. Like, if they have a 10-year reunion, I want to go, and I have made that clear that I want to go, even though I didn't graduate with them.
But you still know everyone from there.
I grew up with these people. Like, just because I didn't go to school with you for the last 4 years, I did the other 8 or however many it is, you know. Wilson was always very cute.
These middle school boys.
And I think, too, that, like, even...
Because in high school, it all went downhill.
I was just about to say, like, even in high school, though, there's, like, a handful of people that I could name that I always thought were very cute.
I mean, me too.
Yeah.
But the men that we chose... That's where I'm saying it all went downhill, because those weren't the men that we chose.
To be fair, I dated one very cute boy. It was not a good relationship by any means. Very attractive. A lot of girls thought he was very, very attractive.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And it's funny that, like, I feel like now that I've dated him, I don't think he's that cute anymore.
Oh, duh, because you've, like, probably...
I know who he is. Not in, like, to be honest, he is not a bad guy. We do not click whatsoever as people anymore, because, like, I still, like, know him to this day. But there's just no, like, sort of attraction there whatsoever
I
anymore.
look at all of my exes, and I just think to myself, I thought you were cute. Like,
And I do give myself a lot of grace. My 10th grade boyfriend, but he had an amazing personality.
Where?
You're lying. He was so nice.
He was nice to me. He was nice to me.
And so good to me. And, like, even after we broke up, I remember one day, it was, like, my senior year. He had already graduated high school. I locked my keys in my car at a gas station while I was supposed to be at school. And he went to my house, picked up my keys from my brother, brought them to me.
Yeah.
And then, like, he's just a very good guy. And I
wish him well. We wish him well.
Yeah.
I don't wish any of my exes well, but...
He's probably the only one.
Let me see and think.
Let's see. Actually, both guys I dated in 10th grade.
I wish one of my exes well. I mean, he was sweet to me. The way this ex ended things with me was a little effed up.
Yeah.
But I've seen him since.
Yeah.
And he's been super nice and, you know, said congratulations on getting married and all that stuff. So, like, I wish that person well. My high school boyfriend. I mean, I hope you're not drugged up somewhere. And I do wish that you have a life that you enjoy.
Yeah.
But that's as far as it goes.
I've talked about this, I think maybe even on the podcast before. I don't wish my exes anything. There's, like, maybe, like, 2 that I wish bad things upon. But only, like, momentarily bad things. Like, I don't want to ruin their lives.
See, like, and I have to care about you too much to wish you bad things. Like I said, I hope you're living a life that you deserve.
And there's some that it's like, I hope you're living the life that you want, you know. Like,
no, I hope you live in the life that you deserve.
But yeah, most of the time I just don't wish anything for you. Like,
no,
you're just like, okay. But the second guy that I dated in 10th grade, right at the end of 10th grade, I still think he's pretty cute.
Oh, he's a sweetheart.
He's so nice. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's anyone else that I dated in high school. I mean, obviously there's, like, exes after school I still think are cute or whatever, but...
My ex after high school, I
can't hold that one in. No.
No, and I, too, feel that way.
He was older and could buy us alcohol.
Period.
That's truly what that man was there for.
Period. That's what he stayed for.
Yeah.
And I was really shitty, and I was like, I'm gonna hold out until my birthday because I want a birthday gift.
That is quite shitty.
I admit it now.
Yeah, no, he was... And, like, also, like, he had the personality of a sack of potatoes.
But then also what he did was shitty.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna get... He's not worth it.
No. So, speaking of childhood, do you have, like, a particularly, like, cringy, like, memory? I was a cringy child. I was a very cringy child, and I know that now.
I don't think I was.
The way that I was so full of myself... I've humbled myself completely as an adult. Like, I really thought I could sing. I knew I couldn't do that. No, I really thought I was gonna be the America's Next Idol. Like, I would perform the way that I would put on a show openly and willingly on a stage. My parents owned a bar, and they had like karaoke and like all this sort of stuff. If we happened to stop by the bar early enough on karaoke night, bet I was getting up on that mic and singing.
I was always the chill kid.
Not me.
See, I was very... And my mom will co-sign that. Like, I was very calm, cool, go with the flow.
Nothing cracks me up more than knowing that you and I have role reversed.
Yes.
From not even just, like, high school, childhood. Because, like, I was center of attention, all eyes on me, at all times. If you weren't, I would demand it. Like,
I think that also goes because you were the only girl.
Yeah, that's true.
And there was 3 girls.
And Hayden was
Nicole
also...
wasn't really born yet. But
yeah. Hayden was also the very, like, quiet and shy one. And, like, I was not. Like, I was a firecracker.
I was a firecracker, too, though. Like, that... Yeah. But I just...
You were, like, a heathen firecracker. I was not.
I put my mom and dad through it.
The worst fear that my mom had was that I never met a stranger and I would talk to anybody.
Me too.
And she was like, you're gonna get snatched.
Do you want to know what's hilarious? My mom told me that one time we were at the beach, because, you know, I grew up on the beach.
Yeah.
And we used to go there, like, every day in the summer. I would just go hang out with the old ladies. Just talk to them.
Tracks.
Like, just go have conversations with Susan.
Hey, Ethel, how's it going today?
She told me that they would always, like, pinch my cheeks because I have chubby cheeks, and I was like, Mom, I'm fine.
It's fine. I'm hanging out with Gladys. No big.
Hanging out with the Golden Girls.
And so I found a bunch of, like, letters, and I found also a bunch of, like, things that I drew for my dad. I really thought I was an artist back in the day. Can
I tell you, I made a dinosaur sculpture out of clay in elementary school. In art, and I was so proud of it because I was the kid that was obsessed with dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. Obsessed. Mm-hmm. When Mom used to take us to Barnes & Noble, I was going to the dinosaur section. My mom pulled that thing out a couple years ago. It looks like a dick. And now I know why they laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Because it literally has, like, balls in a shaft. And it was a long neck dinosaur. That's what I called it, long neck. So I thought I was an artiste before I failed art.
Yeah, I really thought that I could draw, and I would draw my dad pictures and, like, things like that, and found a bunch of this all, like, old stuff. And the way that I used to sign every single piece of art with, from your little angel. every card, every piece of art from your little angel.
Can we talk about...
I really manifested that I was...
Can we talk about dads and how they keep everything? My dad has all of our teeth.
Oh, yeah, I found mine. I don't know about all of them, but I found my first haircut.
I don't know if he has Michael's or Nicole's, but mine and Alicia's, he's got all them suckers just...
Yeah, and Dad told me, he's like, I don't know why I kept them. I was like, me either.
Shaking like little chiclets.
Mine are, like, wrapped up in a napkin. And then also a letter that I wrote to Santa they kept, and...
every artwork, every piece of smudged crayon.
Luckily, not every artwork, but there is some stuff in there. The letter from Santa is hilarious. I said, I won't ask for much. And then I listed like 15 things. And it's signed from a very good girl, Kelsey. Yeah, I was just like cringing at myself looking back at some of this stuff. One of my childhood best friends, Emily, she made this scrapbook for me when I was moving down here. my nickname with her was always Paco, and hers was Sasquatch. Mm-hmm. And, like, everyone called her Sasquatch.
I remember this. I remember her nickname being Sasquatch.
Yeah, and she wrote, and so together we were Pockwatch. And she made me this scrapbook, an ode to Pockwatch. And it's very cute. It's so sweet. I sent her a picture of it the other day. It was so sweet. And, but like going through and looking at the pictures that she has of me in there, photo booth on the MacBook, and the way that her and I were obsessed with that thing, and me especially because I was full of myself. The pictures she has of me in there, I'm like, why was I ever like this? Why do people like me?
I see the memories posted like on my Facebook of like ones that I can post, and I just say to myself, who let me?
Why do people like me?
Who approved that? Who liked this picture?
Who told me that I could have bangs? Tell me that one, because I'm still pondering that. Who told my curly-headed ass that I could have bangs, that I straightened every day, and we know this humidity doesn't keep them straight. And it's, oh God.
That's awful.
Middle school Kelsey, demolish her. Like, she did not exist.
That was the era that I would straighten my hair, but then forget the back.
See, for me in middle school, I did start to wear my hair in its natural curls there, because in 8th grade, really long story short for the pod, I moved in with my best friend Emily, and my dad was not there to blow dry my hair for me every morning anymore. I wasn't about to do it. So I started wearing my hair in its natural curls then, but I still had bangs. And I'm like, oh my God. That's when I'd clip them back. And I don't mean with bobby pins. I mean those clips. Those, like, the ones that snap. Yes. Like, oh God. And then when the bump came around, oh shit.
Did you do the bump?
Oh yeah, all the time. I had bangs. I had to get those curly, short curly pieces off of my forehead.
I thankfully never did the bump.
Y'all, I still struggle. It's grown out a lot now, but like it took me quite literally years to grow those bangs out. Like you can still see it in old pictures that I have this section of my hair. Luckily, I got talked out of doing straight across bangs.
Thank God.
And I did a swoop instead.
Oh no.
But like, oh my God, I'll show you old pictures.
The only reason why I had bangs as a kid, early kid, is because Alicia cut my hair, but she cut them like mid-forehead.
One time my mom had me and my brother cut her hair for her. This while she was drinking. Shout out to Kelsey. She needed a haircut, and she let me and Hayden do it. Oh my God. I cry thinking about it, because like I started and Hayden's like, you're not doing it right. So he did a part and then I did a part. I mean, that thing, that's like, just went around in different lengths.
That's like me when Joe says, can you straighten my line?
It was so bad. God, I full-blown, absolute cringy kid. You and Alicia are fairly close in age.
Yeah.
Me and Hayden are almost 5 years apart.
Yeah.
And like, I wanted to hang out with my brother. I wanted to be cool, but like, a 5-year age gap, they're never gonna think you're cool. Like, they're never gonna want to hang out with you. And like, I would try so hard to be cool, and like, I look at my style. Jesus Christ.
Yep, we all went through that punk pop phase.
I don't claim to be a fashionista. I stay pretty neutral with what I wear, but I don't feel like I look at my outfits anymore and go, I wore that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm pretty classic staples now. High school was okay-ish. I had a thing for making dresses into skirts, but I don't mean like cutting the dresses up. I would just tuck the top of the dress down.
Okay.
And I'd wear it as a skirt.
Pop off queen. I wore t-shirt and jeans every day.
I've always loved dresses, and I want to be a dress girly again.
I want to be a dress girly now.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I have a tattoo on my thigh that says sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, you can't wear that to work, really.
And I don't know if I can or can't.
Yeah.
Just because it says dead on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want to explain that to people.
I bet you could if you're not in court.
Yeah. But then also, I don't want, like, the culture shock. Oh my God, Melissa's wearing a dress. It's like, okay, shut up and just let me do it.
Yeah. I have some dresses, and I do, like, wear them to work, but, like, I don't have enough. And so I was actually on Shein the other day, and I was like, I just
placed an order today.
Yeah, I was like, I'm about to buy a shit ton of dresses, because I love wearing dresses. Like, I want to be a dress girly again, but I was cringe. Oof.
I mean, we all go through a cringe phase.
Thank God that's over.
Mine was in middle school. I know, guys. Perfect me had a cringe face.
How can you imagine that?
Well, we have some birthday shout-outs we have to do.
Yes.
So,
well, first, let me shout out little Miss Corey K is about to turn 2.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yes, her birthday party. Her birthday is in June. It's coming up. I can't remember.
This is our
the
high
exact
school
day.
friend's
Yes.
daughter.
But her birthday party is next weekend, so that will be very fun. I quite literally had to buy animal print to attend to this party. I mean, I did. I could have showed up in something else, but
love that.
Yeah, it's like her.
I love that.
It's like her wild tooth or something like that. Like it's animal themed. So I had to buy. And she told me, she's like, just wear like cheetah print. And I was
I have cheetah print.
I was like, I don't have cheetah print. And she's like, like zebra. Like I quite literally don't own anything.
Okay, but you have me as a friend. You know,
we
I
also
have
don't
animal
wear the
print.
same sizes though, and it's a pool party.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have anything for the summer. But shout out to my mom. Her birthday is actually the day that we release this on Thursday. So happy birthday, Mom. She's not 50 yet. She's still
lucky dog.
She's turning 49.
Doesn't look a day over 27.
And she lost all that weight. My mom looks
she's
hot right now.
Off. And then last birthday shout out. Happy birthday to my little Autobot.
Early birthday.
I'm quite literally going to cry. He is about to turn 1, and I cannot believe it's already been a year.
It went by so fast.
So fast. I love that
cutie.
baby.
Such a little cutie.
With my entire heart. And, I
told you that was going to happen.
I know. It has been one of the best years just, having him in my life. Mm-hmm. And, how I light up when I see him, how he lights up when he sees me. I love that little boy so much. So happy early birthday, Otto.
Autobot, we love you.
We love you so much.
We love your parents. Shout out to Chad and Joni.
All right, tell me how Joey went from Joey to Joe this week.
So this isn't my Joey to Joe, but today he's cleaning out the garage, and so he was hungry, and I was like, I'm not hungry. We had a big breakfast. So he says, okay, I'm going to go to KFC. He comes back, and he's all in a tiff. By this time, Kelsey's there.
Yeah.
And I go, what is wrong?
I said, hey, Joe. And he goes, hey. And Melissa didn't even hear him say hey. She's like, she said hey to you. And he's like, I said hey.
And I said, what is your problem? You've been in a good mood since you woke up. And he goes, I asked for a 3-piece, and they gave me nuggets. And in my head, and in Kelsey's head, we were thinking 3-piece tender.
Yeah. We're
I'm like, okay, it's the same thing.
It's just smaller. It's
and
bite
he goes,
size.
no, it's not 3 pieces, 2 legs and a thigh or a breast.
Yeah, like a leg, a thigh, and a breast, I think is what it was.
Or whatever, yeah. And I was like, oh, that type. And I was like, why didn't you check the bag before you pulled off? And he's like, because I don't do that. I said, I tell you to do it every single time.
And I mean, that put him in a tiffy.
He was in a mood.
I mean, and then he had been cleaning out the garage, like Melissa said, so stuff was out in the driveway. Well, he goes outside and comes back in. He goes, it's supposed to, and Melissa, and sits down, and she's like, I thought you were going to clean the garage. It looks like it's going to rain.
And then he just sits there,
looking out the window with his little hand on his head on his fist.
Kelly Clarkson breakaway music video.
And it was just so forlorn. And Melissa had said, well, don't let that, ruin your mood. And he goes, I'm not. I'm still in a good mood.
As he's staring out the window at the sky.
And, clearly we can see. And then, she's like, what is so wrong? He's like, well, that just ruined my mood. And I was like, I thought it didn't ruin your mood.
And then it starts raining. And I said, if there's stuff out in the driveway and it starts raining, why don't you move it in the garage? And he goes, it'll be fine.
I'm still cleaning the garage.
And then he says, oh, shit. And then he walks inside and he's like, these big-ass raindrops.
And then, I'm not kidding when I say that didn't even last for 2 whole minutes.
No.
The rain did not even... Did you see raindrop? Yeah, I guess his iPad was a little wet.
But, and then, bringing everything in because it's raining.
Uh-huh.
I go, you have food on the side of your mouth. And he goes, it should have been more food.
Yeah, I'm still hungry. And so Melissa's offering him stuff. He's like, I'm just going to eat Texas. And I said... because I stopped and got myself a breakfast sandwich from Dunkin'. I said, do you want the rest of this? Because I'm not going to eat it. I'm just going to throw it away. No. It's past breakfast. And then he was going to eat just Texas toast and decided he didn't want that. And Melissa's like, we have cold cuts. And he goes, on what bread? He could have made the Texas toast.
Right.
Damn it, Joe.
But that is not how Joey went to Joe. That was just Joe's in a foul mood today. So Joey went to Joe.
He's in a better mood now.
He comes downstairs. And I see my off-brand Uggs on his feet. Mind you, I am a size 6.5.
I thought you had real Uggs.
I do.
Oh, okay.
No, my other ones that I had before my Uggs.
Okay.
They got the fur on the edge and all that. Mind you, Joe is a size 10.5. I am a 6.5. Still love that sound. I am a size 6.5. Why are you putting on my slippers? You don't even fit them.
Truly.
And he goes, I couldn't find my Uggs. I said, well, where'd you have them last? He was like, they're probably in my truck because I put them on after I get out of work. I said, why don't you just go outside and get them? So,
also, that's atrocious because either he's taking off his socks and his feet are nasty and he's putting on his Uggs, or he's keeping his socks on and it's still nasty.
I don't question it. They're not my shoes. So
you don't go put those on when you can't find yours.
I don't. So I'm like, can you take my slippers off? They look girly. Like, they just looked...
They don't fit your feet.
Stupid. And, yeah.
Your heels are hanging off.
No, they were. And he's just sitting there on his phone playing while we're watching TV.
Of course he is. And playing his racing game.
Right? Or golfing game. I said, Joe, this is giving me the ick right now. I sent it to the girls in a Snapchat.
What was Joe doing at the lake that we were, like, rowing in the kayak? Me and Melissa both were watching him with this stank look on our face, and we both looked at each other and we were like, ick. He was in the kayak rowing, and we were like, that is not it. He was a little kid at the lake. He was having a blast.
We had so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed our voice memos.
Damn it, Joe didn't get there until the evening. The sun was setting, and he took advantage of the little sunlight he had left.
He jumped
in that
lake.
He tried the kayak. He jumped. He was jumping on the pad. He was going ham. Oh, God.
I love watching Joe be a kid. I really do, because it's just hilarious.
Because he's such an old man all the time. Yes. And so when you see him being a kid, it's so fun, but you're also sitting there like, ew, this is not you.
Why does it bring you so much joy? Tell me your ick.
So
I ick myself out.
I have very gym-specific icks that I've been noticing here lately. Because, like, I don't like to be talked to in the gym. I like to do my own thing, but I people watch. So here are a few. Because I'm going to explain this a little bit because you won't really know what I'm talking about. There are platforms that these squat racks are on.
I know what those are.
Okay. And you can, like, they extend further past the squat rack because you can deadlift on it as well, and it cushions you dropping the barbell. So, whatever. But when you're using the squat rack, you're not on the back part of the platform. However, like, my stuff is there. Like, I'm still using this platform. Nothing that makes me more irritated / icked than when people cut across and walk on the platform.
Boo, corny, tomato, tomato, tomato.
Yeah, I don't...
There are aisles on platforms.
I had so much gym etiquette when I used to go to the gym.
There are 3 squat racks on each side, and then an aisle, and then there's leg press machines in the middle. But, like, these are big aisles. They're not small. It takes you 2 more seconds to walk around that platform.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off every time I see people step across the platform that I'm on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care that I'm sitting here in the squat rack. I'm still using this. Like, what if something went wrong? What if I fell? Like...
Or what if you startled me and I dropped it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. And so,
that would ick me too. It's like, just be courteous.
It is, yeah. That is such an etiquette thing. Seeing people hit their vape mid-workout.
Boo, corny, tomato, tomato, tomato.
I have not seen that.
You have a vape in general, ick.
I haven't seen, and it's like one of those like little itty bitty ones that, like
the little squares.
Yeah, or like the little like jewel looking things, whether that's what it actually is. But I'm like, one, that's quite literally not legal. You can't hit those things in public spaces. People do. But, like, it is quite literally, like, against a law. Like, you can't do it in a restaurant type of thing. Yeah. You also aren't legally allowed to do it in a gym.
Can I say how much of an ick it is to watch someone hit their vape in a restaurant and, like, being all, like, secretive about it? Yes. But then you see the smoke. Yes. And then you smell Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
Ew.
Yes. And
if you're that addicted, grow up.
Truly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're at the gym, working out, and you mean to tell me that your lungs aren't exasperated enough
that while you're working out that you're going to some Cocoa Pebbles?
I saw this man, like, this man was just kind of an ick in general, but he was walking past and he hit it, and I was like, quite literally, like, my head went forward. I was like, what?
What are you doing?
And then I said this one before, I'll say it again, long shorts.
Boo, corny, tomato, tomato, tomato.
Yes.
I don't know why it's still happening.
It is 2023. Can we, if you're wearing past 7 inches, and even that's a stretch.
The only
If you have long legs, it's 7 inches.
The only acceptable thing I'll give is I've seen a couple of people now wearing longer shorts, but their thighs are so big
that they stop.
And they're like fitted.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, okay. I don't feel.
Why are we purposely buying longer than 7 inches?
If you're wearing gym shorts, like if you're wearing basketball shorts,
if they're baggy
to the gym, ick.
There's nothing I hate more than a baggy short.
I just don't understand it. Like, and not even just like if you have long legs, why are men with short legs doing it? Mm-hmm. You're cutting more height off, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the hoochie daddy shorts will elongate you.
Yes, like you don't see me walking around in capris
and cargo shorts. Can we?
God, I hate cargo shorts so much. But like, and then I've seen men wearing like leggings under their shorts.
Ew.
With long shorts.
I hate that.
And
I hate that, period.
I do too. I think that's gross. I understand in like the winter.
What are you accentuating?
I understand in the winter, like not in the gym, because first of all, the gym is not cold in the winter. Mm-hmm. But, like people who play like soccer, football, like that sort of thing, baseball, they will do it because it's cold outside. Yeah. And so
And even that, like I can look past because I understand.
Yeah, because you're not going to go in sweatpants most of the time. I get that. But just like in the gym, and I'm like,
ew.
I'm like, if you're chafing,
at that point,
they make underwear for that.
No, at that point, you're going for a fashion statement,
and it's not.
And it's not.
It's the same thing with the black tennis shoes. Why that's still happening?
Nike shocks.
Now look, black tennis shoes with an outfit, I can accept to a degree. Depends on the shoe.
It really depends on the shoe and the outfit.
Yes, but
because I like a white tennis shoe with an outfit.
I love white tennis shoe, but seeing it in the gym, just seeing it in the gym, there's something about it that I'm just like, it's so icky.
It's giving.
And I'm like,
well, we hope you guys enjoy this episode. Shout out to all of our cancers.
Oh, happy birthday, Mom. Fuck, her birthday's Sunday. Her birthday's literally tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Tammy.
She doesn't listen, it's fine.
We're gonna go.
Okay, that's it. Bye.
Bye.